Greetings everybody and welcome back to Ingenarius Cuborum, my Let's Play of Minecraft featuring the Feed the Beast Ultimate Pack. Last episode I built a Zycraft tank over there to store lava. I also crafted a couple of liquid tesseracts. One is in place over there. Off camera between episodes I've gone ahead and crafted a pump and a quartet of redstone engines and admittedly 4 pistons more than I actually needed. Also gone ahead and crafted a couple of books. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a book, put it up there, diamonds here, obsidian there gives me enchantment table, and I want 2 of those. Put the enchantment table at the bottom, ender pearl at the top, gold ingots surrounding the enchantment table, and I get this chunk loader. At this point I should have everything I need to complete the system. I hope. Now, let me think. I think I've got some stone in my barrels up here. Yeah, about a stack, which should be more than enough. So now I'm going to go ahead and make my way over here to near my Zycraft, my new lava tank. Because I need to actually put a chunk loader down in this vicinity. Alright, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, and there we go. Now I can put one of my chunk loaders down there. I'm going to go ahead and show the lasers. Alright, and it actually looks like, okay, we're actually good that side. We are good that side. I think we're just barely good that side, but we're actually a few blocks short that side. So if I up it to 3 chunks, we're good all over. It's going to hit about half of that bridge, and I'm okay with that. So now I'm going to go ahead and hide the lasers. I need to make sure I also put my smooth stone up. I hate to say it, but it seems like it's almost as far going from my lava tank to my barrels as it is from the bottom of the elevator to my current lava setup. Anyway, now I'm going to make it over here through my linking book into the nether, because I do know that it's going to set me off not too far from some sort of lava. Now I just need to find an appropriate place to actually put this. I'm also going to go ahead and grab my cobblestone. Alright. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, I mean, this isn't actually too bad, I don't think. Alright. Alright, anyway, what I'm inclined to do, honestly, is to try to clean up the nether brick a little bit. From around this area. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Anyway. Alright. Now I know I can get these 2 in relative safety. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Alright. Now, I did lose that one, and I'm actually kind of okay with that. I'm also going to lose that bit of cobblestone there. And again, I'm okay with that. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do, so let's see here. Because I actually need to extend this out one further, I think, because I need to make sure I have room for my redstone engines. First off, I want to go ahead and put my pump down there. Alright. go ahead and load all that up. Place down my 4 redstone engines adjacent to the pump. Now I'm also going to go ahead and lay the liquid tesseract, and I'm going to try it with this right there. And then I want to make sure that this is on send only, because there's no point in having this tesseract receive lava. Unfortunately, I did not bring any redstone torches with me, so I will have to run back to the overworld and grab a couple. I hope I have a couple back in the overworld. I should, I would think. Alright. Yeah, let's see. Where would I have put my redstone torches? Let's see. One there. And then I can craft a second, I think. Alright. There we go. Now make my way over to my pump. And realistically, by the time this pump is done here, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get both of the corners. Alright. Yeah. So now I'm also going to go ahead and build up a little bit of a roof like so. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Yeah, and more walls and roof. Alright. And now I'm about to find out if this is actually viable. Now this one I really only want to be... actually, I could conceivably even get away with a 1 chunk radius, couldn't I? I mean, where's... If I head over to this bridge here, I should be able to see... Ooh. Ooh. No, just because of the way the chunk boundary works, I'm going to go ahead and do it as a circle. You know what? No. I'm going to go 3 chunks and I'm going to do it as a square. There we go. 3 chunks, square. Alright. Now I'm about to find out if this setup actually does what I want it to do. If it does, my lava tank in the overworld should have lava in it. So now I'm in the overworld. Alright. Now I'm making my way over to my lava tank. Please don't let it be empty. Please don't let it be empty. Please don't let it be empty. It's empty. Okay. The crazy part is, this may not be too hard to fix. You know? It's the reason I have the liquid ducts. I was hoping I wouldn't need them, but it looks like I do. Alright. I cannot see that lava lake from here, so I'm going to have to make my way over here a bit. Yeah, it's not digging into the lava, probably because it doesn't actually have a valid destination. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and go like that. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and set this to the lava. Set frequency. Alright. And now, I have to do that. Yeah. Alright. And we should see soon enough whether or not that's actually working. I can't tell. Ooh. Well, it's putting it into the Tesseract. The question is it getting back out of the Tesseract in the overworld? That shouldn't be too terribly difficult to check. Again, just make my way over to the tank that's supposed to be receiving the lava and inspect for myself. Shouldn't be too terribly difficult. Yes! I have 14 buckets of lava. Nice. So the system is working. It's going to give me massive amounts of lava because I've got a huge lava lake there in the nether. And it's going to take a long time for that pump to pump it all out. In the meantime, I need to do something with all of that. I've got an idea in mind, actually, for what I'm going to do with that. It involves the geothermal generator. Now, in order to make the geothermal generator, I need to start by making a generator. And I think I want to say I want to make 8 of these. So for that, I need RE batteries. That's... Let me see here. Alright. Well, that's actually not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and head downstairs. I think I have more rubber bars in one of those chests. I say one of those chests. The reality is there's only the one. Yeah. And I have to say, that system I just set up beats the system I set up over here. You're probably asking why I set up that system over there? Well, for those of you who can remember that far back, I set that up way back in episode 1. Before I had the ability to make tesseracts, before I had the ability to, before I even had the ability to make the liquid ducts that have now become staples of my liquid transmission. There we go. There's my rubber bars. And let me see, is there anything else in here? Not really that I need to take with me urgently, no. How's that doing? It is full, so we're filling up the relay. Fair enough. I might have some use for that smooth stone before too much longer. I'll probably just let it empty out that tank. I'm trying to think. There's 80,000 buckets left in there. No, 80,000 millibuckets. That's 40,000 smooth stone, or basically 10 barrels worth. So, yeah, that's going to last me a while. Anyway, now I'm making my way up. All the way up. Et voila. Now let me think here. Oh, right, I was going to make some more cables. Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to have enough redstone to pull this off? Hold on a minute. Let me go ahead and turn these rubber bars into low voltage cables, copper cables. Alright, go ahead and put the excess copper up. Alright, cable on the top, redstone in the middle. Excuse me. And a half stack of tin go around the sides of the redstone. Gives me 8 RE batteries. Now, let me think here. I need to grab a stack of cobblestone. So I'll go ahead and put the cobblestone I've got now up. There we go. And grab a stack out of there. Making my way back to my project tables. I've got a bit of reorganization that I like to do overall in here. It's going to take a fair bit to pull it all off. But for now, I should be good. So go ahead and use this project table over here. There we go. There's my furnaces. turn them into iron furnaces. Go ahead and put the iron furnaces in here. The RE batteries on top. And I need to run downstairs and turn this 24 iron ingots into, whatchamacallem, refined iron? Yeah, refined iron is what iron ingots melt into. Alright. So now I'm back down here. At some point I'd like to consider moving the thermal expansion machinery upstairs. It would be no more complicated, of course, to actually shift over my basic processing to industrial craft as opposed to thermal expansion, but hey, you know, I do what I have to do. Anyway, I'll go ahead and put the 24 iron ingots in there, and well, I would say I'm going to start on my MFE, but I am kind of low on redstone, unfortunately, so I am going to have to do some mining off camera. I shall return once I have enough redstone. Alright, I'm back. Off camera, I've gone ahead and smoked myself up another stack of refined iron. I have the feeling I'll need it. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by crafting my 8 generators. I'm also going to check the recipe of the empty cell. Okay, 4 tin is 4 empty cells. I need 16 of those. So 16 tin. For now. Alright. There we go. That requires 2 refined iron at the bottom, the generator, and a half stack of glass, which I don't have on me, so another quick run over to the barrels will get me another full stack of glass. With any luck, I should be resource limited to using half of it. There we go. Now I make my way back. Yeah, it's probably a good thing that I grabbed that extra glass, because I get the feeling I'm going to need it for other things. Anyway, glass up here, and that gets me the geothermal generator. Might want to consider cleaning up my inventory a little bit. Simply to minimize any issues I may have. I know that was the wrong place for that. I'll get around to sorting that out later. Yeah, let's see. Mushrooms and the flint. Yeah. Alright, I'd say we're in pretty decent shape. Alright. Now, I also want to make sure I have my liquiducts. Which I do. Alright. Now, let me think. I'm going to go and grab 4 rubies out of here. And a half stack of redstone. Go ahead and put them in here. And I want to create a ring of redstone around a ruby, and that's going to give me this energy crystal. Now, the normal recipe requires a diamond in the middle. This is actually a recipe added by GregTech. And this is one thing that GregTech actually makes a bit easier. Let me look here. Gold ingot. See, if I surround it by rubber bars, I'm going to get this insulated gold cable. I suspect that won't be enough. No, I want an MFE. Simply because of the sheer amount of... Yeah, it has to be a 2x insulated. Slightly disappointing. But I don't expect it will be too terribly difficult to rectify. I think I still have some rubber left over. Yeah, not a lot, but I think that should be enough. Of course, this might... Well, I'd say this will be the last time I use the system down here for smelting materials. But the engine attached to my furnace still has about 5 buckets of lava left. So I might be doing a bit more smelting in there just to run that engine out, and the same will be true of the pulverizer probably. I might even make another mining run off camera between episodes and just use this system to process what it can and then dismantle it once it's done. Alright, but at any rate, let me go ahead and power up the powered furnace. And I shall return once that rubber is smelted. Alright, well, I've got more rubber bars. I need to put one rubber bar with an insulated gold cable, and that's going to give me a 2x insulated gold cable. And I believe the last bit is a machine block. So let me go ahead and make the machine block, gold cables in the corners, energy crystals on the sides, and that's going to give me the MFE. Finally, hold on a minute, let me get that sorted out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab myself 2 diamonds, and I'm going to say 4 silver. Alright, diamond in the center, silver on the sides of the diamonds, and glass on the top and bottom is going to give me 6 glass fiber cables. Now the normal recipe is to use redstone in place of the silver ingots, and that would give you 4 glass fiber cables. There might actually be a more effective recipe even than that. Actually there is. It involves the electrum ingot, so maybe I'll pass on the silver. Put the silver back up in my inventory. Because I do have some pulverized gold and silver in here, so I'm actually going to go ahead and combine them into electrum dust. Head back downstairs and start smelting the electrum. I was holding off on combining them into electrum because I wasn't sure if I'd have a lot of future use for electrum. Now that I know I do need more electrum, I'm going to head back down to my furnace and smelt it. Anyway, back across the bridge. Lovely little desert plateau over there. Lovely little temporary tree farm. And mine the 2 oases. Yeah. So anyway, let me go ahead and turn on this engine here just to make sure that I keep the pace of processing up. I really only need 4 of those electrum ingots for now. So that's 2 having been processed. This is the 3rd going into the system. I'm going to say I'm going to let this run for a bit. I'll probably finish off the episode and then turn it off camera. That said, that should be 4, and it is. That's enough. That furnace is not going to be all that quick in terms of smelting, so I've got a while before I have to actually come down here and shut down that engine. Although that is, I could see why I have not yet just run those combustion engines out of fuel completely. Now I'm making my way back upstairs. Yep. And here we go. Go ahead and turn my electrum now into glass fiber cables. With the electrum, I do get 8 of these glass fiber cables, which is actually pretty nice. Admittedly, I don't know that I necessarily need 8. I will grab my Liquidex, and I should have grabbed my crescent hammer. I think I'll go back and grab my crescent hammer. Which chest did I put my crescent hammer in? It's this one. Okay. Go ahead and replace the shovel with the crescent hammer. And I think before I actually set this up, I've got some gravel and cobblestone and whatnot that I need to put up in my barrels. One of these days I'm going to set up an auto-sorting system. Let me think. Where did I put the gravel in there? Okay. There we go. That looks better. So now I make my way over here. to my tank area. Alright. Now, I believe the rule is, I want 4 like so. 4 like so. That's going to allow me to put my geothermal generators there, there, and then follow suit on this side. I can go ahead and put my glass fiber cable between them. Alright. And with any luck, if I put the MFE there, it's going to take input on all those, I think. I will have to check, however. But of course, I can't yet because I can't actually start up the system. Unfortunately, I actually kind of need to get rid of these 3 glass fiber cables. I'm going to go ahead and flip the direction of that so that it's outputting. Alright, before I go too much further, there is one other thing that I need to craft before I can actually use any sort of machinery with that system, and that is the LV transformer, which is crafted as you just saw there, cables, wood, copper. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and make my way over to my lava tank slash industrial craft power generation room. Yep, and as you can see, it's got 1.3 million units of lava in there. Alright. And we will see if it's doing anything. Oh yes, okay, they're all filling the MFE. So I'm good as far as how I've got things running. It's all set up, it's all running. I can't tell which engines are actually, which of these generators are actually running at the moment. I would say it's not as important which generators specifically are running. As long as I have running generators, I'm okay. Let me think here. Now, how precisely do I want to run this? Let me see here. Because with my industrial craft power station set up here, my immediate inclination is to use this area over here for my industrial craft machinery and whatnot. Yeah, I think that'll work just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and filter this out here. Now, let me think here. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice some of that smooth stone, that part of the tray, so I can lay down my glass fiber cables. I also want to go ahead and replace the stone bricks there. Alright. I should have enough glass fiber cables to pull this off. Alright. Yeah. Oh yeah. Easily. Now, I could get a jetpack and fix up that perceptible hole, but I don't think it's a critical factor. What will be critical, let me get the LV transformer laid down. You can see the 3-dot side. That's the side that accepts medium voltage. The other sides all have 1 dot on them, and they only accept low voltage. Accept/emit low voltage. Alright, so off camera, what I'm going to do is set up the structure for this quadrant. The spruce wood, whatchamacallit, structure, the stone brick floor, the nether brick edging there. Don't know that I'm going to get around to the rest of the sandstone, and I'm okay with that for the time being. Anyway, MFE is largely full, which is actually pretty darn nice. Could I use more glass fiber cables? Yes, but I don't know that they're an urgent need at this time. Anyway, this has been Ingenarius Cuborum. See you next time, everybody.